In terms of,
I really want to know, like, this digital infrastructure that we talk about, what is it? What is it that has been put in place to ensure that people who depend on the digital economy to survive then have been able to benefit as a result of inputs that government has made? I want to know what that is so that we can see it and then say, actually, yes, this makes sense. And if we had more resources to put there, then it would grow. What are those? Because road infrastructure is not a micro indicator of the economy. It isn't. And remember that we said that when we are trying to see how the economy is growing from a people-centered point of view, grand road infrastructure doesn't cut it. What is it that is putting money in the pockets of people? When we talk about debt and we talk about, what's that 700 billion shilling thing called that is owing people money? Pending bills.
Pending bills.
That we know that if you paid pending bills, what you do is that you inject money into the economy directly because people have money in their pocket, they're able to spend. So my question is simple because I don't know. I'm asking not from a facetious point of view. I don't know. What is it that has been done to develop a certain aspect where money has been put, and we have said that this has worked. Now, if we had more resources, we could develop it better. So road infrastructure here is mega. It doesn't count. What are those other areas?
I think sometimes we misunderstand when it comes to also the role of the government. And this is, I don't say that the government doesn't have its misses. It really has a lot of its misses. But one of the things that we need to also know is the fact that the government, one of the things that the government creates development is through these mega projects. Because, as I've told you, one of the things that the government will do before making any budget will be to look at what are the priorities. Not just the priorities of do alone as an ordinary person, but the priorities of corporations, the priorities of micro businesses like SMEs, the priorities of investors, all those kind of things. We cannot be able to cater for each and every one person alone.
True.
So what does the government do? The government will come up with a major project or will support a particular sector. Like now, for instance, when you talk about a sector like, let's say, for instance, a sector like education. Education has been given 784 billion. It is the biggest beneficiary of this budget. Now, this budget, almost half of this budget, which is 420 something billion, goes into TSC. TSC is mandated with the management, employment of teachers, staffing, and all those kind of things. Through that, what do? We get more people employed, more teachers employed to be able to work in schools. When we look at hospitals, most of our budget also goes into recurrent expenditure, not even the capital expenditure when it comes to hospitals or the healthcare sector. We need people to work in those kind of spaces. Through that working, you're able to put money into the pockets of Kenyans.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
See,
James wants to say something.
okay, James.
I may still be a bit
Yes,
confused.
at this point, my ears are ringing. Well, I do not think that extending resources to pay salaries or for administrative costs for that particular reason will contribute meaningfully to the growth of this economy. And that should have been the priority with this budget. It should always be the priority. And if we are going to spend money on recurrent expenditure and administrative costs and dish a few billions on roads and the railway project that has been proposed, I don't think that will cut it for us. I don't think we'll feel the effect. I don't think it will put money into our pockets. I would have expected to see curated expenditure that is supposed to bring a return on investment on every coin that has been pegged on that particular ministry, department, or agency. I would have wanted to see government invest in the creative economy. I would have wanted them to invest in sports and in the young people. I would have wanted them to offer affordable opportunities for SMEs to access credit, same as that for youths. And I would have wanted them to support manufacturing and industrialization more. I would have wanted them to factor in agriculture as the backbone of our economy, and I did not see that happen. So it appears we will have another round-the-clock year, and we'll get back to June 2027 with the same situation we have here. We'll still have no money in our pockets, and we'll still be borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, or should I say borrowing from Ruto to